favorite memory during the Heat-Pacers rivalry?
So I would say probably the highest moment was when we felt that desperation. So that was when I saw D Wade yelling at Spo and Spo yelling back. They have to be separated. That was probably the highlight of that whole series, because I was like, nah, we got him. Like, we got to him, you know. And sometimes, and you're dealing with a great, you know, that Miami Heat organization, but then those players, all of that. It was like a great moment. You know what I mean, in basketball history. So to be able to, you know, have, you know, ruptured that a little bit, put a little bit of doubt in there, it was a great feeling for us. We were really, I'm telling you, we were like, and we probably got too high from it. You know what I mean? Like, we were like, oh, nah, we ain't never seen this. We never seen them like this. And then that was like, nope, just when you thought it was.
Hey, let me ask you this, D-West. What the hell did Mario do to you? What the hell was going? What the hell was Mario? Because I know he did something. I ain't know what he did, but I know he did something. Because Mario always doing something.
Right. So what's crazy is, like, the crazy thing about the NBA, at least the way we played, was like, because we were an on-ball screening team. So I had this, you know, we did a lot of pick and roll in Indiana, a lot of pick and roll in New Orleans. So you develop this relationship with the guards, right? Like, you know, you're going to hit these and pop these dudes and give them shots. So Mario was one of them dudes, he would wait to get his lick back.
See, I know Mario did something.
He'll wait till your back is turned or you're not looking, and he'll be like, yo, what's up? Like, and it's whatever happened might have been 3 or 4 plays ago. So it was just one of them things where he was getting his lick back, and I'm like, nah, bro, you tripping. Like, I just wanted to
I know he did something, bro.
Yeah, he was a competitor though, man. Like, you know, I respect him because he competed, bro. He was one of them guys like, all right, well, if you're gonna screen me, I'm gonna get through with my elbow or my knee or something. I'm gonna figure out something.
I know he did something, bro. I know he did something. I never know what he did, but I know he did, because he always doing it to us. We call him Reckless Rio. We call him Reckless Rio.
Oh my God.
Right.
This is a question for basically both of you guys. At Biscayne, Maine, is it devastating to see the mid-range game become somewhat extinct in today's NBA, considering you guys were so effective at it? I can ask both y'all this question.
I go first. Hell yeah. That shit ended my career. Listen, D-West, let me tell you something. I had about a good 4-5 years left.
Hold up. Ended his career. He played 27 years. Goddamn, he wants to play 33 years.
I ain't going to say ended. I ain't going to say ended. But that's the reason why, like, I stopped playing as much early, because everybody wanted the threes in the mid-range. Like, that literally, like.
That's true.
I went from playing to, like, sitting on the bench because I didn't shoot threes just that fast, like a flick of a switch.
Right.
So, yeah, it bothered me. And I was also one of those guys where if I wasn't hitting mid-range, I damn sure wasn't a lob threat. I mean, I catch a few, but I ain't no roll to the lob big every time. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
It really impacted my game. I don't know if D West could speak on it.
Yeah, it's like, I don't like the fact that it's off the table, because it's a weapon. And like Kawhi using that shit. You know what I'm saying? Kawhi killing these dudes to death.
Get to a spot and popping their ass.
Figure out a way to guard it, but like, if you can shoot those shots and you practice making those shots, they're effective. You know what I mean? Like, they're a weapon, legit weapon. Now, again, it's like, I look at it like this, like, MJ shot mid-range joints. You know, Kobe shot mid-range shots.
KD elite mid-range.
KD, I mean, even Dirk. Like, Dirk didn't shoot that many threes.
Nope.
You know, Dirk did not live in a world where he was shooting 9, 10, 11 threes a game.
Yeah.
Dirk was killing you from the mid-range and the mid-range drives and the baseline attacks. Right? So, like, some of the greatest players and the greatest scorers use the mid-range. So, I mean, I hate it because it takes away a viable skill set and a viable point of attack for a lot of guys. So, again, if you're not able to shoot threes, and literally 80% of these dudes that shoot threes should not be shooting. Every NBA game you watch, you hear somebody say he's shooting 23% from the three-point line. Well, why the hell is he still shooting threes?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you hear that, and it's just like, you know it's a numbers thing. It's not a feel thing. And I think the mid range is a feel thing, right? Like you get to your spot and you shoot the ball, right? Like it's a feel. You got to have a basketball feel when to stop there or get to the rim, or get to the rim and move it. So I don't like the fact that they've taken it away. I find it comical that, you know, some analytics dude could have the power to tell a guy who can make those shots not to shoot.
You know what though?
Athletics.
You know what the thing is that I find the humor in? You watch an NBA playoff game in the last 4 minutes, there are going to be a lot of mid-range shots.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's what I don't agree.
All that
took my
gets
point.
thrown away, and it comes down to KD getting to his spot, Kawhi getting to his spot, Paolo getting to his spot, Tatum getting to his spot. Like at the end of the day, all the analytics goes away, and it's how we're going to win this game. And it's the last 4 minutes of every NBA playoff game. You see it. It's going to be an elbow jumper. It's going to be a logo jumper.
For 45 minutes, we want dunks and threes, and in the last 3 minutes, take whatever buckets you can.
Because it's like he said,
it's it's the ass backwards I ever heard.
But it's like what he said though. At the last 4 minutes of the game, you don't want a 23% dude shooting that three to win the game for you. And God forbid that guy who shoots 23% doesn't want to shoot it either.
And it also goes back to what he said about habits. Steph, Clay, they're shooting 400, 500, 600. They have the habits.
100%.
You motherfuckers show up at 7:30 with no habits and start firing that up. It don't make no sense. But I agree with you, D West, man. It ain't just because personally it impacted my game, but just the overall game of basketball.
It's still there though. It really is, because like I'm telling you, when it comes down to winning time, it's analytics are out. It's how do I get a bucket? How do I get to the foul line? It's gonna be free throw line down. And
let's just call analytics what they are.
Athletic.
We're going to use this as a scapegoat not to pay or play certain people. That's what we're going to use the analytics for. We're going to use this as a scapegoat not to pay or play certain people.
I wish they had analytics when I was coming through.
They definitely had
because
analytics.
He even said it. Me and Ray used to laugh at it all the time. Like, you saw that the level of the game go and change. Like, when we first came through the league, if you didn't shoot 40% from three, you didn't shoot more.
You couldn't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Like we go into it and call a guy a red dude, like a hot guy.
Right.
Shooting 32%, but he shoots 9 a game. You're like, that's not a hot guy.
Right.
That's a guy who should get off the rock guy.
Right.
Like we're running this guy off like 911. Like what? But when you look at the analytics of it, and Huey Brown was before his time on this part. Like if you shoot 33 from three, it's like shooting 50 from the field. So he'd break that down, but it still didn't make any sense why you shoot 12 of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
I wish I'd have shot 12 of them hoes. It sounds like all the questions are the same. Mr. West, as a Pacers fan, what was the missing piece that would have helped y'all get past the Heat those series you played them?
Ooh, Danny Granger.
Healthy Danny Granger.
We traded Danny. The first year we lost in the conference finals. Yep. He was hurt.
Yep.
Yes.
And then the second year we traded him.
Mm-hmm.
But we always we didn't have Danny, and Danny had great size.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
With the switches, the rebounding, his shot making, and then when he did play, he would always get an offensive rebound over D Wade because he was bigger than him, like literally because he was 6'9". And I remember Coach Vogel and I talked about it one time. We were like, "Yo, that moment right there could win us the series," and we never got him in that point to challenge. So Danny was probably the missing piece. We never got him when he was healthy.
Yeah.
And then that last year, they just weren't happy with the speed of his recovery.
Who they trade him for?
They made a decision.
Who did they trade him for?
Evan Turner, I think.
Yes. Danny ended up spending some time in Miami with us for a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, the injuries, but he spent some time with us. Good dude.
We touched on Kawhi a little bit, but there's another fan question. What was it like playing with a young Leonard?
He was Kawhi was quiet, but he was a worker. Like
had to be a worker, because let me tell you something. I watched him at San Diego State.
Yeah.
Fun fact: my brother was coaching at New Mexico at the time, same league, so we watched him a ton. He was like an 18% 3-point shooter in college.
Wow.
Wow.
Might have been 20.
Wow.
But either way, it wasn't very good. He's
Right.
turned himself. Obviously, mid-range is his still
Well,
bread and butter, but
So that was his game, his midi.
yeah,
Get
but
to his spots.
and just at the rim and just
Right.
he was a dog, but
Yeah.
quiet dog. Go ahead. I didn't want to interrupt
Yeah.
you, but go ahead.
No. He just a guy that worked. And you could see the talent. Like he'd already won the championship or the MVP and all that stuff. So you could see the talent. Obviously with him, it's a matter of health. Like if the dude is healthy, he's one of the baddest dudes on the planet, right? So he's going to be able to create and get your team in a position to win every single night, no matter what.
Here is a dirty little secret that insurance industry may want to keep under wraps. Insurance companies profit by holding on to your money for as long as possible. So after an accident, they might do whatever they can to delay or deny your claim. This way, they can keep those profits growing. Morgan & Morgan fights hard against these corporations to fight to make sure you get every dollar you deserve. When in court, the insurance companies want juries to think that at-fault driver is the one paying the verdict amount. Meanwhile, it's really the insurance companies who are covering the cost. When Morgan & Morgan takes on a case, they're almost always going after the big insurance companies and not the individuals at fault. Morgan & Morgan fights hard for their clients, and these corporations know that. A recent client in Pennsylvania just received $29 million. That's $29 million. Insurer's best offer was $500,000. Another recent client in Florida received $20 million. Last offer, $0. There's a reason why Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury firm. Hiring the wrong firm can be disastrous. Hiring the right firm could substantially increase your settlement. With Morgan & Morgan, it's easy to get started, and their fee is free unless they win. Just visit forthepeople.com/OGs or dial #law 529. That's forthepeople.com/OGs or dial #law 529. This, my friends, is a paid advertisement.